Hello children, welcome back to Literature with Rachna. In my last video, I have explained you page number 1 and 2. Today I will be explaining you page number 3, 4 and 5 together. Rajan Babu doesn't know that his son is in town, said Tinkori Babu. Now Tinkori Babu is telling that he doesn't know that my son is in town, he is in Darjeeling, and I don't think he should be told. After all, he's already had one shock and now here incomplete sentence is spoken by Tinkori Babu, where he is telling that Rajan Babu doesn't know, and I don't think so that we should tell him, because already he is in tension while getting that threatening letter. While he was speaking in between, who stopped? Let's see. So Prabir has a motive to threaten his father, interrupted Feluda. Here Feluda interrupted and said that okay, then Prabir may have that motive to threaten his father. Now the case had reached the stage where it had 3 suspects but no culprit yet. Okay, 3 suspects are there, Rajan Babu's son, Dr. Fani Mitra and Mr. Ghoshal, but yet we don't have any conclusion. Then something very frightening happened. Okay, when they are solving the problem, they are searching for the culprit, the time only something very frightening happened during those days. What was happened? Let's see. The next paragraph, number 20. One morning, we received a message that Rajan Babu wanted to see us urgently and we rushed to his house. So during that investigation, one morning, he received a message that Rajan Babu wanted to see them. Okay, and that's why they run to his house. We found him lying down, looking pale and haggard. Doctor, pale and haggard means unusually white and tired due to worry and lack of sleep. Perhaps he did not sleep overnight and that's why he was looking pale and haggard. Dr. Mitra was by his side, examining him, and Tinkori Babu was fanning him. He was scared, he was frightened, he was pale and haggard, and that's why Tinkori Babu was fanning him. Rajan Babu spoke with some difficulty. He was not able to speak properly. He was having difficulty while speaking. And what was he speaking? Last night, after midnight, I woke up suddenly and there it was. What was? Face. Masked face. Someone was wearing mask. Or maybe something else. Let's see. Yes, I saw a masked face. It bent over me. It was bending over him when he was sleeping, laying on bed. It was horrible. Rajan Babu continued. I can't tell you how I spent the night. So these were the words when he was having difficulty when he spoke to Feluda. Take it easy, said the doctor. You need complete rest. Okay. Next, Dr. Mitra. Feluda said suddenly. Now he is asking to Dr. Mitra. Did you go out last night? Your jacket's got a streak of mud on it. Okay. What is the meaning of streak of mud? Streak means a long mark. Muddy mark was there on his jacket. So Feluda was asking. He was also having doubt on Dr. Mitra. That's why he asked this question. On this, yes, I did. Dr. Mitra said, yes, I went to see a patient, replied Dr. Mitra. Let me quickly move on to next paragraph. Feluda waited for the doctor to leave and then asked Rajan Babu, what did the mask look like? Now he is asking for doctor, he is waiting the doctor will leave, then he asked Rajan Babu that what was the mask look like. It was like one of those you see on the wall there. The mask, he pointed out, was most horrendous. Horrendous means dangerous. It was looking very horrible. So what was the mask they are talking about? Let me see. See, in this picture we have masks. Okay, in Rajan Babu's house we have mask. Here antiques are there kept, and in between antiques also, among all antiques also we have masks. So these are the masks Rajan Babu is talking about. So Tinkori Babu came in after seeing the doctor off and said to us, I am sorry, but I have to return to Calcutta today. I tried to change my ticket, But they said I can't get a booking for another 10 days. But before I leave, I will inform the police. Rajan Babu needs protection. Fellow Babu, you can continue with your investigation. Nobody will object to that. Now, in this paragraph, Tinkori Babu came when doctor left. Okay, he came inside and said to us. Us means these three were there, Feluda, Topshe and Rajan Babu. So he told them, I am sorry, but I have to return to Calcutta today. Now, he is going to Calcutta back. I tried to change my ticket, but they said I can't go. He's telling that I tried to change the tickets, but it was not possible. They were telling to the tickets can be available just after 10 days. So it was not possible for him to wait for so long. So he's telling I need to go immediately. And what he is telling that before I leave, I will inform police. Okay, he's telling that okay, I will inform police. And Rajan Babu also he is telling to protect. You be there and continue with your investigation. So, let me move on to next paragraph. Feluda and I decided to stay that night at Rajan Babu's house. We then went out separately on our work for the rest of the day and got back in the evening to find Rajan Babu much better. He showed us to our room. In this paragraph, when Tinkori Babu has gone to Calcutta, now Feluda and Topshe are staying with the Rajan Babu so that he will not afraid of anything. So what happened? The full day they went for their work. Whatever they were doing, they went for the work and then came back in the evening to Rajan Babu's house to see that is he feeling better or not. And now when they are going to stay at night, Rajan Babu showed their room to them. Let's move on to next paragraph. Feluda stretched out on the bed and said, I did some investigation in the afternoon and both Prabir and Ghushal were at a party from 9 p.m. to 3 p.m. So what he was doing, full day he was investigating regarding the case only. He was out and he came to know that Prabir and Ghushal are not the culprit because they were at a party from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. means full midnight they were in the party. So they cannot be any one of them cannot be the culprit. So let me move on to next paragraph. That man wearing a mask came here soon after midnight, didn't he? I asked. I means Topshe. He is asking that man came just soon after midnight. He is just confirming on that. Feluda is telling yes, he came. Said Feluda and left the room abruptly. Abruptly means immediately. Soon after saying yes, he left the room. Now what happened in next paragraph? Let me see. I lay on the bed and must have dozed off. I woke up with a jolt when I sensed the presence of someone else in the room. He was taking a short sleep when he woke up, and when he felt like someone is there in the room. My blood froze. He was frightened. I opened my eyes and saw what he saw, something coming towards me. Someone is coming, something is coming towards him. What was that? Oh, how horrible it was. What was that horrible thing? A mask, a masked face. Again the same masked face was there. I opened my mouth to scream. Okay, he opened mouth to scream, to shout, when the person wearing the mask pulled it away. Okay, when he was about to shout, the person who was wearing mask, he pulled it away. And who was there? My scream became a nervous gasp. He was quiet when he saw the face. Feluda. Oh my God, it's you. So now who was behind the mask? Feluda was there. So let me move on to the next paragraph. Of course, it's me. He raised the mask. I was trying on all the masks in the living room. He was trying. He went somewhere. Where he went to check the masks. So he is telling that I was trying all masks in the living room. Why don't you wear this one for a second? He passed me his mask. I wore it. Okay. He passed one mask to Topshe and told him to wear. He passed and what he did? Topesh, he wore it. Can you sense something unusual? Now he is asking that mask he brought for Topshe. He is asking that do you have something, can you feel something unusual while wearing this mask? Why no? Why? No. Its size is too large for me. That's all. So he is not guessing actually. He is giving the unusual thing he felt was that the mask is too big. It's too large. So let me move on to next page. Now think carefully, isn't there anything that might strike you as odd? For Faluda, something else he is thinking about the mask, what he brought for Topshe. But Topshe, is not able to guess. Well, there's a faint smell, I think. Now he's coming to the point. He's telling there's a kind of smell. Of what? Cheroot? Cigar. Exactly. Now here the case solved. Now Topshe said exactly we can have the smell of cigar here. My heart started to beat faster again. Tinkori Babu, I stammered. Stammered means he was having problem while speaking. He was shocked while he came to know that Tinkori Babu was a person who was wearing mask and was scaring Rajan Babu. Feluda sighed. He just signed. Yes, I am afraid so. He is also having that tension. But what I do not understand is his motive. He's telling, I cannot understand what was his motive doing so. He seemed to respect Rajan Babu a lot. Why then did he do something like this? Perhaps we shall never know. Because now he is left to Calcutta. So he is telling that he was very respectful. He was very respectful towards Rajan Babu. And why then he is doing these kind of things? And then he is telling perhaps we shall never know. Because he has already left. Next paragraph. Rajan Babu was absolutely shaken when we told him about this next morning. As we were talking, Rajan Babu received a letter. He opened it with the trembling hands and read it aloud. So, next morning, Feluda and Topshe, they discussed these things, this matter with Rajan Babu. And absolutely, he was shaken after listening this thing. And then Rajan Babu received a letter. What was written in the letter? Let's read it. Dear Raju. Raju means Rajan Babu. He is giving a nickname to Rajan Babu also. If you are wondering who I am and why I did this, here is the story. Now he is telling why he was doing this thing, why he had sent the frightening letter to Rajan Babu. Let's see the story. I am the boy whom you had tripped in that 100-yard race on our sports day 50 years ago. The revenge he took was 50 years ago. Okay, 50 years ago, one 100-yard race was done. In that, what happened? I not only missed the medal, he did not miss only the medal, but was also seriously injured just because of Rajan Babu. Maybe unintentionally, he was seriously injured because of Rajan Babu. Unfortunately, my father got transferred to a different town soon after the incident, and I never got a chance to have a showdown with you. So, you never realized how deeply you had hurt me, both physically, means he was seriously injured, and mentally, he lost the race. He did not achieve the medal. So that's why he came here he came here for enjoying the trip in Darjeeling, and when he saw Rajan Babu, he recalled that this is the person who did this to me, and that's why he, on the spot only, he made a plan to take a revenge. So let me move on to next paragraph. I didn't know about you till I came to stay in your house and saw your childhood photograph. And then I thought of doing something. Now here, see, I was telling that he came and he saw. When he came as a paying guest to Rajan Babu's house and he saw the childhood photograph, then he came to know that this Rajan Babu is the child who hurt me, who had given me this serious injury, and who is the person, because of him only he lost the medal. So that time he came to know, and that time only he thought of doing something that would cause him a great deal of anxiety and trouble him for a short time. So this is all planned by Tinkori Babu. I meant to do no harm. He's saying, I was not like having an intention to harm you. This was my way of punishing for you for your past sins. So this was only because of this incident only Tinkori Babu took revenge. Now that it's over, let's forget about it and move on with our lives. He's telling now what has happened is happened. Now we should move on with our lives. And then he is just closing this letter with writing, with good wishes, yours sincerely, Tinu. Tinu is the short form of Tinkori Babu, but here they have given the complete name of Tinkori Babu, that is Tinkori Mukhopadhyay. So this was the story, The Mask, and this is adapted from the story Danger in Darjeeling by Satyajit Ray, translated by Gopa Mazumdar. So hope you understood the chapter. Have a nice day. Bye bye.